So what about the classic is going to Ray Roberts, June 11th, 13th. What any update on that lake? I mean, is that going to be? Are they going to kill him up there? Or what's it going to be a tough fight or?
It'll be a tough bite.
It can be tough.
Yeah, Roberts can get really tough. The problem is when the fish pull offshore, which they'll be pulled offshore in June. There's but if it's a sand bass tournament, it could be a spectacular tournament. But it's a great place to get 100 bites a day and catch 6 fish because those sand bass will just wear a Carolina rig out. But there'll be some huge sacks weight. There's giants in Ray Roberts. It just gets hammered. I mean, it's 56 miles from that door right there to Ray Roberts, and I live kind of down into Dallas. The northern Dallas guys can be there in half an hour, and they beat on it pretty hard. So yeah, it's going to be a tough tournament.
So they need to have a little sand bass side pot going, I guess.
Oh, it'd be awesome. Yeah, trash fish side pot. Agreed.
So what about is it Palestine or Palestine? Palestine. The RedCrest is going there. What can you tell us about that?
So Palestine is a south end of the lake is boat docks, mostly boat docks and main lake humps. There's 2 big creeks down there that'll get some play. Big creeks, 3 miles long, not big creeks, but for down there. And then the north end of the lake is made up of 2 rivers. One of them is called Kickapoo. And if there's grass in Kickapoo, it is some of the most fun fishing I've ever experienced. I caught 3 9-pounders there one day on a rattle trap, same day.
Dang.
Yeah, it was stupid fun. And then the other river is a little shallower, but also can be some spectacular fishing. There's a big pond in there that you'll see a lot of those guys going into. My main prediction from Palestine will be that the service trailers will be very busy because them boys going to tear some stuff up on Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
I've sunk 2 boats in my life, and one of them was on Palestine.
Do they have a map chip for the lake?
They do, but it doesn't matter because Kickapoo, to get up to Kickapoo, you run that's actually where I knocked a hole in my boat. You run a 15-foot wide power line or cut, a boat lane cut, and then you have to idle around an island. And we illegally tried to cut the timber to make that a straight cut and went through 3 chainsaw blades before we discovered that you cannot cut a log that's been in the water for 50 years or 40 years. Yeah. Looks like maybe somebody else has tried that over there. And then you go under the power lines and you run another mile, and then you've got a half a mile idle. And it's just, those guys don't have the patience to do that. So they're going to run around and they're going to hit stuff, and they're going to whack them. The Palestine will be an absolute. When is that tournament?
That is, I got it written down here. That's going to be February 21st to the 25th.
Oh, they're gone. So Palestine will get high dirty fast, but if they don't have a ton of water coming in Palestine, it's going to be a slugfest over there.
Okay,
they'll have fun.
So there'll be a lot of guys just jack plate all the way up, trimmed up, and just going for it.
Yep. So we were talking about 10 boats earlier. My old team partner and I, Clay Clevenger. He ran a Gambler, and back then I ran a Skeeter. And to fish Palestine, the lake was down one year. We went and bought a 17-foot boat, put a 50 horse on it with a stick steer and a hot foot. And that's what we fished out of over there. And there's nothing more. If you've never driven a stick steer with a hot foot, it is some kind of fun.
That's weird, man. That
sounds a little ballsy to me.
It was awesome, man. We run by guys.
That's so like chewing gum and rubbing your stomach at the same time.
You know, if you've never driven a stick steer, it's very intuitive. I mean, that's forwards left and backwards right, and you're sitting right there so you can see whatever's in front of you. So it was a ton of fun.
Yeah, I learned to drive one when I was probably 8 or 9 years old. My grandpa, we'd always go to Reelfoot Lake in Tennessee, and that lake is full of timber everywhere. Yep. And they had those little like half canoe, half. I don't know what they were, just a canoe with a back sawing off, and then they have a tiller. Yeah, and they'd have a tiller motor out the back of it. And it was all stick steer. Yeah. And you just hit a stump every now and then and just take the boat and skip off one way or the other.
That's right. Yeah.
I see some new names on here that are coming in, or some people that just showed up. So I see Rich from Hellabass is on here, White Whale's on here, Shadow Bassin. Got David on here.
Caleb Welch.
Caleb Welch. Yeah, ask that question. That's a good question there.
He wants to know if you know anything about Lake Patman or Wright Patman.
Wright Patman.
That's where the NPFL is fishing.
Yeah, a little bit of. I've never been on Wright Patman. I know they catch some great big ones out of it, but I've never been on Patman.